Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to Carol's Daily Sauce. I'm back again. You may notice that it looks like I have on no shirt. No, I have on that same old beautiful dress with one, well this time I'm wearing it as a one shoulder. It is a dress from Boohoo and I am on a roll with making videos today. I will have all of the details about the dress as well as new hair that I actually did as far as shaping, and I wanted a real kind of like big full look, but I didn't want it to be straight because lately I've been wearing a lot of straight, which there's nothing wrong with straight, but you know, sometimes you do have to change up. It's my hot pink lipstick. Okay, so what we're discussing right now, excuse me, is we're going to be discussing the, yeah, I said discussing. Here we go, let's go right here. We're going to be discussing the video that Liv's life just, oh, excuse me, I hate when I feel like I'm like 3D up on this thing. I hate it. I hate 3D anything. I don't like to look so, you know. But anyway, we're talking about Liv's life. We're talking about some of her life updates. She had a video that she had uploaded over the weekend about life updates. And one of the biggest updates that Liv was actually talking about was her VSG surgery. A lot of people have released videos indicating that they believe that Liv has had the surgery. I can't say for one whether or not she's had it or not. I will tell you this. Weight loss surgery is a very serious surgery, as I've said before in my first video. It is also a surgery that if in fact she actually had, I don't believe that she would be doing videos, and I don't believe that she would be drinking protein shakes already. Now that's just what I'm saying. I could be very, very wrong. It may be something totally different than what I experienced, because there was a time, as I said in my other video, and what I probably would do is, because I don't usually do my videos on the computer, I usually upload my videos from my cell phone. It's just more convenient. I don't want a big camera in which I have to take and put on the computer and do all this and do all that. I don't want, it's not a desire. I don't want to do all that. I want a phone. I want to be able to upload everything on the phone. I want to be able to have the apps to do the uploads and things of that nature. So, okay, we're going to, let's look at y'all. There we go. We got some issues right here, y'all. So, we got some issues. So, anyway, I'm trying to, anyway, so in her update that she did, very short video, no longer than 15 minutes, she was talking about a lot of things. And Liv's life has been very, very transparent with us. Liv was the one who ultimately outed the Mommy Anna gang and pretty much let us know some of the things that was going on when they hooked up. So basically what Liv said in this video is that she didn't get the surgery. A lot of people tend to think that she did. I don't think that she did. I'm here to tell you someone who actually had the surgery some years ago, because I had a similar type of surgery about 28 years ago. And as I said, when you have that surgery, anywhere between 26 and 28. I don't know exactly what I said, and I don't want to be deemed as being a liar. All I'm telling you guys is that I think it was about 28 years ago. So what I said in that video, and as I said, once I do all of the editing and things, I will put the name of the video down here because I don't upload from the computer, is I personally did not feel that Liv was ready to have the surgery, because with the surgery comes a lot of doctor's appointments, whether you go to Mexico or whether you go to somewhere locally in the United States. Now, what Liv did say was she was going to Mexico to have it done. I don't know why anybody in their right mind would want to go to Mexico to have it done, and you clearly are a candidate for having it done now here in the United States. This surgery is a surgery that is pushed on a lot of people who are overweight, morbidly obese. What does morbidly obese mean? Once again, to be 100 pounds or more over what the actual weight chart says, according to the doctor. And so when she came on this video, she basically said that, y'all look like I've been sleeping on my hair, and I haven't. It basically looked like she said that she didn't have the surgery. How many of y'all knew she wasn't going to go through with it? How many of you guys knew that she wasn't going to go through with it? I said she wasn't ready. I don't believe she had the surgery, but a lot of people are saying they believe that she actually did have the surgery because she is drinking protein shakes. So in this life update, quote unquote, is what Liv called it, she was just talking about a lot of things and a lot of changes that have taken place in her life. And one of the changes that she said is that she would do anything. She would do anything to get views. Anything. She would do anything. She said that she would lie. She said that she would make up things just to get the views. Now, she's talking about how she believes that God actually was dealing with her and spoke to her on her changes in an effort to kind of like clear or clean out, the situation. Now, the one thing that I have known Liv to say in the past was Passion Jones, who is the one who had the surgery and had a couple of other surgeries. Passion ended up losing a lot of weight. Absolutely beautiful. Looks great. There was some negativity coming from Liv's direction towards Passion Jones. And we don't understand. I still don't understand. If you in fact were going to have it done, how could you have negativity towards someone who already had it done? Like I said, she was going to Mexico to have it done. She did indicate, which I strongly agree with, is you can't have it in the United States, but you can go to Mexico. Why would you go to Mexico? She said that she's paying out of her pocket. Why would you go to Mexico and pay out of your pocket if you are a candidate in the United States to get it done with less costs? I know, you guys, because I had a surgery that was over $13,000. And the only thing that I paid for was 5-day stay in the hospital for food. And mind you, the food that I had, Jello, juice, this was sugar-free Jello, juice, water. I believe in the beginning I had eggs, but everything that I had in the beginning had to be blended. Everything. If I wanted fried chicken, which I had never tried it blended, but whatever you wanted, if you want a gumbo, you had to have it blended. And those aren't the types of that you actually can eat after having that type of surgery. After having this type of surgery, you have to be on it, because if you aren't on it, you will be sick. So I'm kind of leery as to thinking, why would she be going to Mexico? I keep going back to that. I initially thought that she was going to go to the doctor located in Texas, and I can't remember his name. He is the doctor who works with a lot of the people from My 600 Pound Life. But, I was wrong about that. So Liv indicated that she's been getting a lot of letters of support. I pretty much took the video as her saying basically that she was having somewhat of a cleansing or a cleansing or a exiting You know, like the book of Exodus. The book of Exodus in the King James Bible and the Holy Bible speaks of how people were falling away, falling off, dying, leaving. Sometimes we can have actually exodus in our life. We can actually have a type of exodus in our life in which we lose people by death or just situations in which they are no longer with us. So she said that she had gotten a lot of letters of support, but at the time, she was really down on herself. She was really down on herself. And this is basically what she was saying, what prompted her to make the decision to go and have the surgery was the very fact that listening to the things people were saying about her being fat, listening to her, you know, people saying really crude and rude things. And people do. As a content creator, you are going to get people who are going to say any and everything that they can about you. You can be the absolute most beautiful in the eyes of what people deem to be beautiful, but somebody somewhere is going to see something in you that they don't like, and they're going to call you out on it. And what you have to do, if you come on YouTube as a YouTube influencer, as someone who wants to open an account and to upload videos, you're going to have to come strong. You're going to have to come strong. You're going to have to come with thick skin. The thing about me is this. When I first got on YouTube, I knew exactly what the deal was. I knew exactly what the deal was. But my thought was, if I do the videos and if I'm just who I am, always known to be a lovely person, always known to be someone to get along very well with others, agreeing to disagree. So I didn't have too many problems, or at least I thought, with other people. Long story short, that doesn't matter in these YouTube streets. If they don't like you, they cannot like you for your hair. They cannot like you because your teeth is crooked. They cannot like you because you're missing a tooth. They cannot like you because your eyelashes look like tarantulas. They'll find anything and everything that it is that they don't like you for. The difference between me and Liv is I don't care. My situation is this. If you want to come to Carol's Daily Sauce and you are respectable, just as if you were coming into my house, you're welcome here. But the moment you start acting like a donkey all around and thinking that you're going to run stuff here, that's when you have to go, because I don't need it. A lot of times when I'm doing these videos, it's not to be downgrading to people. It's because where they are, I've already experienced it. And if I haven't experienced it, I had opportunities in which I could experience it, but chose to go the other way, if you know what I mean. So Liv was very, very, very quiet when she was talking about the surgery. And personally, because I had it, I would think that one would be excited, especially if you've been overweight or the biggest daughter in your life, in your family. That was me. I am 900% my mother's absolute twin. I'm my mother's twin. The only difference between my mother and I is that my mother has lighter skin than me. My father was a dark-skinned man, and because my father was a dark-skinned man, I, in turn, got the caramel effect, and I'm okay with it. So, anyway, it's all kinds of protocols. As I said in the other video, I will put the link on the video once I'll put it, actually, the link in the description, as well as put it on the bottom of the screen so that you can go back and see what I had to say about that when she initially came out and said that she was going to have major surgery. What you guys have to understand is there are major protocols in being or becoming a candidate for weight loss surgery. And these terms that I am using, major surgery, candidate, weight loss surgery, these are all terms. If you have had weight loss surgery, they should all ring a bell. So you know I know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I love Reese's life, you guys, and I love her content because she's very, very real. She's so cool. She keeps a straight face. I have a really dear person in my life who tells me I'm the same way. I just tell it like it is. I mean, if I worried about whether or not J or A liked me, I'd be walking around here looking all crazy because you know what? I know people don't like you. People don't like you for all kinds. One of the things that Liv said that pressured her basically into going and having surgery was YouTube bullying. We know that it is evident. It is evident that YouTube bullying is alive and well. YouTube bullying is alive and well in young people. YouTube bullying is alive and well in middle-aged people such as myself. It is alive and well. And in doing my reaction videos such as this one, it is never my intent to bully. I'm not a bully. That's what I'm not. I've been called a bully here on YouTube on more than one occasion, which is so far from the truth. And then in the beginning, it was hard for me because in the beginning, I felt like people were just coming to me and coming at me, indicating that I was a bully when they didn't know me. I got to thinking, I was like, wait a minute, who are you? I don't even know half of the people that come on my page. Thank you to those of you who are subscribers, and thank you to those of you who view my content. But for the most part, I don't have a personal relationship with everybody that comes to my page and knows them on a personal level. I just don't, and that's okay. I mean, I do have some people that tend to come in my lives quite often, and I have, the regulars that always comment on my videos, and I thank God for them. I really, really do. But with that comes the negative. With that comes the people who are quote unquote Chrissy cousins or live life people who, it's so sad because they look at the videos and what they do with reaction videos is because it's a reaction video in and of itself. Okay. Now, mind you, okay, this is the part that gets me. Reaction videos are exactly that, reaction videos. But what you have to know is the area and the direction in which each and every person's reaction video is going. Everybody's reaction video is not going to be the same, period. It's just not. So I do remember when Liv was talking about having the surgery, she was talking about Barbie. Okay, first of all, you ain't never going to be a Barbie, ever. I don't care how much weight you lose, you will never be Barbie. Not in a negative way, not in the sense of saying that you're not beautiful, because I believe Liv is absolutely beautiful. I actually showed her picture. I don't know if I did it intentionally. My son and I and my daughter were at the house and we were talking, and he wanted to see who is this Liv's like with me and my daughter were talking about her. And he was like, well, she lost weight. My son is in his 20s. She lost weight. She would be bad, and stuff like that. So when she was talking about having surgery, I was like, okay, Liv will have her time to be fly. But Liv is beautiful. Liv, before she got with Gerard, was beautiful. I mean, she's a pretty lady. So the one thing I did want to say, though, even in with that, is that this surgery entails so much more than being a Barbie. It entails so much more in drinking protein shakes. A lot of people, Reese's life, for instance, feels like she's had her surgery. I don't. However, I do believe that Reese may be onto something, because Reese was saying something to the effect that Liv might be doing this and then come out and say, I just decided to get really serious. I decided that I didn't need the surgery. I decided that I was going to do this because I know that I need to do it. Because with being overweight, specifically when we are younger, with being overweight, and Liv she's overweight. And the biggest thing about it is she has a lot of weight in her stomach. I am really big on weight in your stomach area when people are overweight. And the reason I'm really big when people have the weight on their stomach is because when you carry the weight on your stomach, it is a very, very easy way to look that you are setting yourself up for heart problems. It is. So What I do want to say, and I believe I said this on the last video when I was talking about Liv and her getting the surgery. The thing about the surgery is it's not something, it's a tool, first and foremost. It is a tool. But you have to make total life changes, because if you don't make total life changes, if she had the surgery and she does not make total life changes, she will gain the weight back. So Liv was saying that people were getting on her for going to Mexico to have the surgery done, or planning to go to Mexico and have the surgery done. She said that she had gotten her flight, she had gotten her itinerary, she had started getting her stuff, but her family, no one in the family wanted her to have the surgery. Not her sister, not her mother, not her husband. Her children probably don't care because they don't even know. That's not something that you would discuss with your children, especially at their ages anyway. But Liv said that people have been botched here in the United States, people have been killed in the United States, and she is exactly right. As I indicated on the video when I was speaking of her having the VSG surgery here in the States, there are people, who have literally died on the table. Now, a lot of those people who died on the table did have underlying problems, heart problems, diabetes, kidney problems, and what they thought, meaning the doctors thought, was if we give them the surgery, we get them on the right track of trying to lose the weight, hopefully this will correct the problem. When I had the surgery, and it was not VSG, it was gastric bypass, my blood pressure from the time that I was 18 up until in my late 20s, early 30s was kind of like borderline high. And one of the reasons is because of being overweight. My actual blood pressure right now is controlled. It was controlled initially with medication, but I have controlled it with diet. There are some things that I will not eat because I know what it feels like to have high blood pressure. It does not feel good, y'all. So Liv was saying that she knows what's best for her. She knows what's best for her. And, she is just going to take her time. She knows that, she knows that she's fat. And because she's fat, she was succumbing to the BS of what rude people were saying to her. See, and this is the thing that I have to say, okay, about that, on that note. One thing I've never been is a woman who doesn't know who I am. I have always known who I was. I've always known my worth. I've always known my beauty. I've always known my purpose. I've always known these things. Not everybody can say that, okay? When you get to a place when you know that, it clearly doesn't matter what anybody else says about you, because you know what? Everybody ain't gonna like the same thing that you like. Like, I don't like these bangs right here. These bangs is really troubling. When I did my video earlier today, they were so cute, and they were just sitting there looking all cute, and now, honey, these things is all out of whack, but oh well. Let's finish up this video. So, like I said, some of the reactors already think that Liv has already had the surgery. I beg to differ. I stand to be corrected if in fact she has. And yeah, so what she also said was that she had some sort of an awakening situation where she connected with the wrong people. Now, I know she's talking about the Mamiami gang, but this is the thing that I don't understand. She said she got friendly with the wrong people. Now, you didn't know that you were getting friendly with the wrong people? You had a falling out with Strong Mommy Chrissy. I believe you had a falling out with Jazz. See, sometimes when you decide that you are going to collaborate with people on YouTube, you got to tread lightly. I have had several people come to me wanting to do collaborations, but I operate by the Spirit. And if my heart tells me that it's not going to be something that is good for me and them, I won't do it. A lot of times when you collaborate with people, you have to have kind of like meshing like personalities, okay? If one person is an extreme know-it-all and the other person is an extreme know-it-all, this is what's going to happen. You're going to knock heads. So you probably shouldn't do collabs with one another. But some people like the diversity. Some people like the knocking heads and the arguing and that there's, I'm not doing that. I live a very stress-free life for a reason. And I'll be darned if I'm going to get on YouTube and do a collab with someone and be arguing. I'm actually in the process of working on a collab that I'm going to be doing, but I'll tell you guys about that at the end of this. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out, get finished with this, and then we'll talk about that at the end. And I want you guys to be on the lookout for it because this video is already 25 minutes long. So Liv said she got friendly with the wrong people, aka the Mamiana gang. She busted them wide open. They are all hot with her. And she said that she felt that God, and knows that God was trying and is trying to remove all the unnecessary people out of her life. And she likes that. She likes that. She said that she is very aware that drama sells. And when drama sells, that means that people are going to view your videos. That's probably why my videos don't get as many views as I'd like. I'm not succumbing to cussing. I'm not succumbing to calling people out of their name. I'm not going to succumb to making others feel a certain way just so that I can get views. That's not the way that I roll. I just don't do it like that. So God has been working with her and has been removing people out of her life, and that her father is back in her life. And I say congratulations to that. I really, really do, because I don't have my father in my life. My father actually passed away. She spoke on her diploma. I believe I seen a video maybe yesterday or the day before yesterday where somebody was saying that they believe that she went on Amazon and purchased her a diploma, a GED. And I don't know. But what I can tell you is this. When she opened up, okay, I'm trying to see. Okay, I got a menu right here. So when she opened it up, you know how you open up your diploma, you know, it has this little thing. She went like this, real quick, because you're hiding something. So did you actually go and get your diploma from off of Amazon? See, this is the kind of stuff that I don't like. It's nothing wrong with you being truthful. Now, she did say that she'd put in hard work and dedication into getting her GED, because in her life, her thoughts were she would never be able to attain it. So if in fact she actually studied, took the classes, took the courses, and took the test to get her GED, congratulations. If you are sporting an Amazon's GED, not lying to anybody but yourself. Not lying to anybody but yourself. And basically, all of what you're saying right now is a lie as far as changes. So, all I want to say is this in closing. I don't know what she did. I don't know if she went on Amazon and got her GED. Like I said, if it floats her boat, that's all that matters. But I hope that if she did go and have the surgery, that she takes it very seriously, because this is major surgery. And even though you may have went and had the surgery and things may have worked out wonderfully for you, you're not scot-free. You could have other problems arise. Personally, I don't think she had it, because she doesn't even look like she's losing weight. Y'all, let me tell you, when I had it, 50 pounds in 1 month. My face was like this. My face was so skinny. Oh my God, in no time. Because you literally go from being able to eat hamburger, french fry, shake, okay, down to a third of your hamburger, one french fry, and a sip of water. That shake gonna be too much. So it's just a lot of things that I'm saying based on myself being in the position that she may or may not be in after surgery. Now, as I said before in the other video, over time, you will be able to eat things. Over time, you really will be able to eat things, but you'll never be the same. With that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell so that you're reminded of all the videos that I upload. Thank you so much for tuning in, you lovely people. I did say that I was going to mention something. I'm actually going to be doing a collaboration with another YouTuber, and she's very amazing. She does tablescapes. That's not what we're going to be doing the videos on. The live actually on. We're considering putting together a live, and I have to make sure that when I do this, that I have enough, I have to make sure that I have enough people that are going to actually be in the live to get trolls, because unfortunately, when you do lives, it is what happens. I don't get them a lot because I don't have a whole large number of people coming into my lives. However, I do get them. And so I have some people that, you know, in mind that I know definitely will assist me. But it's in the works. So, I don't really want to say her name right now. The reason I don't want to say her name right now is because I'm not sure. She has 2 channels. I'm not sure what channel she is going to be working with me out of. But basically what we are going to be talking about is domestic violence, women issues, and things of that nature. So be on the lookout because it's coming real soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. As I've already said before, make sure that you leave some comments and that you are very interactive in my videos, because I respond to everybody who is worth responding to. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.